Welcome readers of SDM. Last issue we talked about shot placement on mackerel, and this issue we're going to talk about how to attract mackerel so that you can shoot them. We're going to go through flashes, we're going to go through positioning in the water column. We're also going to speak about burleying for mackerel.
You tend to find Spanish mackerel on the upcurrent side of a piece of reef, especially when there's lots of bait fish. When hunting these fish, particularly in dirty water, I like to dive to the bottom. Then I sit there and look upwards. It's way easier to see the big white belly of a mackerel than it is looking down from the top. There is a theory by some divers that standing up on the bottom will make you really visible to mackerel. Given they're a curious fish, this could sometimes work. In this scene I'm hunting in some fairly dirty water. I've hit the bottom and begin looking upwards towards the light. It doesn't take too long to spot a small shoal of fish. Now I slowly raise myself off the bottom towards the fish and poise myself for a shot. A nice early season fish around the 10 kilo mark. In dirty water they can often take you by surprise, seemingly showing up out of nowhere. Spanish mackerel aren't always that easy to shoot. Some days, especially in clear water, they can be very difficult to approach. We've got a few things we can use to help us get closer. Let's take a look at using flashes and burley.
Firstly, we're going to talk about types of flashes, and we're lucky enough to pop into Adreno today and raid their flashes store and have a look at the different flashes they have. And firstly we have the Spearmaster flasher. This is a ladder type flasher. Retails at around...
Get these ones for $89.
$89. And as you can see, great little flasher, moves up and down, flashes in the water, makes a little bit of noise as well. Secondly, we have the Rob Allen flasher. Again, another ladder type flasher. This one retails for
$109 for that one.
$109. Beautiful piece of equipment, as all Rob Allen equipment is. But at $109, very expensive, and as we know, very easy to lose one of these flashes. If anyone's ever used one before and had sharks come and attack it, they seem to be great in the ladder flashes at getting sharks' heads stuck right here. Which leads us to one of the things we want to talk about today is building your own flasher. Later on we're going to head off home and knock up our own flasher, and we've got some spoons and some other different pieces we're going to use, but while we're in Adreno we grabbed a hold of some of the different things they have. Here they have the acrylic mirror strips, and a great little option for us to use. Also got these funky little mirror balls, fantastic to go on the bottom of your flasher, and a little bit of weight to that, filled with water. They're really cool. Next part of the building of a flasher is the float. Here we have the puppy dog float from Rob Allen, simple, easy, yellow one, really easy to see in the water. Adreno have their own floats as well. This is the smaller of the two. They call theirs the rooster float, and this is the larger, foam filled and also orange, very easy to see in the water.
We've gathered some things here to make up our flasher. We've got some old spoons, we drilled a hole in the end so we can attach them to our flasher. Crimps, mono, crimping pliers, a squid we found on the bottom of the ocean. Our mirror ball that makes a bit of noise, really cool. And our acrylic mirror strips. We've just cut these up on a docking saw, really simple to do, and we've put some holes in it with a drill press. If you use a nice light pressure when you're drilling acrylic, you ensure that you don't put cracks in it. So we're going to throw all this stuff together and see what we can come up with. Hopefully it'll kill a mackerel. After about 15 minutes we've finished the flasher. Started off with our acrylic mirror strips here, facing alternate directions just to throw the light out a bit like that. They move up and down in the water. Got that up like that. Goes down to our mirror ball that can spin around and throw some light out. Also rattles a bit, make a bit of noise, which is cool. And our couple spoons here and a squid just to make a bit more noise. And yeah, let's go see if it attracts mackerel or not. In this ultra clear water, it was really hard to get close to these mackerel, so we rolled out the flashes in hopes of attracting them a bit closer for a shot. Here we can see a large mackerel that came in to check out Rick's flasher. Given the crystal clear water, it's still really hard to approach this fish. As it swims away, Rick curls into a ball in an attempt to feign interest. This works and the mackerel does a U-turn and comes straight back at him. This was a healthy fish that later weighed in at 18 kilos. Spanish mackerel aren't the only fish attracted to flashes. You will often get all sorts of pelagic species coming in and checking them out, including fish like this, the wahoo. Now let's have a brief look at the use of burley. Burleying is the practice of putting bait or food in the water to attract desirable target species. Most often this is speared fish or old fish frames. Not only is the burley going to attract you some mackerel, it's more than likely going to attract you a few sharks too. Combining the flashes and burley, it doesn't take long for a mackerel to appear. Come out here with the flashes and burley, looking for a few mackerel today. This one stuck in on the bottom with the swordtail, so a little bit of a spook. Turned around and yeah, this one come in and on the burley and switched its lights off. Happy days. With the tail end of the season fast approaching, this is the perfect time to be targeting those big late season fish.
First of all, we're going to discuss the. First of all, we're going to. I can't even say discuss now. Right. First of all, we're going to I can't even say discuss. First of all, we're going to discuss.
First of all, Tim's trying to say discuss.
Yeah, right. First of all, we're going to talk about.